Hello, I hope you are doing well, and I welcome you back to the HDM podcast. These past couple weeks have been hectic for sure, and I was thinking of taking on a lighter subject today. Let's grab a drink, get comfortable in our most relaxing chair, and ask ourselves a very obviously very important question. Are NFTs art? Have they damaged the medium of online art? Julian, you start to say, art is subjective. Who are we to say whether or not NFTs should be considered art? People have very different opinions about what art is. And you're absolutely right on that point about the subjectivity of how art is viewed by each person. You're right. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and people, especially me, agree with that sentiment. But let me ask you a simple question. Who creates art? Don't be so patronizing, some of you are like this saying, and I apologize. But what I'm trying to get at you is that people create art. Since the times of the cavemen, human beings have found a way to express either themselves or their experiences in a creative and visual way, jumping thousands of centuries into the future, and we still do it this way. How art is created has evolved with digital art and it being more open for others to its convenience. Digital art does have a lot of conveniences, but it does has its downsides as well. Let me list the two biggest issues with digital art. With digital, you can sell your creations much easier, but the con for it is that the final product can become somewhat abstract. People are inherently lured by the physical presence of an object, no matter what it is. For digital assets, like art, it is forever connected to the other side of the screen. It isn't tangible. We care for it less because the convenience of having it connected to every device we own, it just holds no long-term importance. A positive aspect of digital art is that it can be seen and accessed by millions of more people across the globe. You can gain a following and create a community that is interested in your work, or may have tips about your art style, or even want to create and collaborate a piece with you. Opportunity is digitally limitless. The flip side, however, is theft. Remember, millions can see your creations, and there are those who are less than savory that would be willing to steal your creations and brandish them as their own or try to sell them to companies to make money. Copyright and trademark laws can become a headache for the original owner. With a physical product, they can give a specific mark to tag their creator and can be proven to be owned by them through previous sketches and ideas proposed before the completed piece was even made. The rise of the NFTs that took place a year or two ago only made this more convoluted. Now, before we go any further, we must establish a baseline for what an NFT is, or we'll never be able to fully understand each other and the topic. Forbes laid out the definition of NFTs as a digital asset that can come in the form of art, music, in-game items, videos, etc., etc., etc. It goes off into the when they first start showing up. Here we go. NFTs are also generally one of a kind, or at least one of a very limited run, and have unique identifying codes. Each has a digital signature that makes it impossible for NFTs to be exchanged for or equal to one another. To create a simple comparison, they are like the digital version of Pokemon cards, except there's only one card per creature, and when you buy it, it is literally bound to your body for the rest of your life. I know. It's a fun thought. The NFT boom brought all these issues to the forefront, but how it connects to our discussion is of the AI-generated pieces made for NFTs. You've all seen the Bored Ape picture. If not, look up on Google Justin Bieber NFT price and go to the images tabs, and I promise you will remember. Besides the waste of money, something irked me. There's a type of emptiness that resides in that image, the quote-unquote Bored Ape images, which plagued the industry, which were mostly AI generated. There is no meaning behind that piece. The only goal for that picture being made was to slap on a price tag and sell it to the first person willing to buy it at such a ludicrous price. There's no substance. Look at the Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh or the Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci. These pieces have stood the test of time, highlighting the beauty of the world or of the professional skill, composition, and proper depiction of a human being. Now look back at the NFT. All there's to see some crudely drawn monkey with a soulless background and a plain sweatshirt. There's no meaning or substantive statement, just a waste of pixels covering your screen. As reported by The Conversation, the NFT crash took place in February of 2022. Pricing has dropped by 90% and continues. The industry panicked, trying to salvage what they could, proposing that they could be used as a type of currency in the gaming market. I asked my knowledgeable colleague Jason to give his opinion on the matter. This is his statement now.
I don't really like that because that's like you're pushing people to buy NFTs when you should probably leave that out of there and make it their choice.
Okay.
If you have it on there, it's basically like you're basically pressuring them, telling them that this is a new thing and you should buy some. So I don't really like that.
Okay. That was not the only scathing critique I'd found about them being implemented in other mediums. My brother Pablo had his own opinion on the issue.
I don't really see the point of them. And if anything, they're just there for show. Nothing more, nothing less.
Even from people like my brother, who don't really care about NFTs or don't have a full opinion on them, they still come out saying ultimately that they're against them. They've left a sour taste in everyone's mouth about digital art. While not destroying the medium, it has definitely sullied its reputation. Its efforts to reshape itself has been lackluster, and its unwelcoming from gaming has stabbed another sword through its paralyzed heart. As much as I have been negative about digital art this episode, I do wish to highlight that digital art is important. I do not want to discredit the talent and time people pour into creating something that they truly stand by and love. While this step was supposed to be another in a long chain into a more digitalized world, it failed. Hopefully people realize that the digital landscape is only that, digital, and it must not be made forced into being real life. That said, I love you all. I appreciate you coming to spend your time with me, and I wish the rest of your time sails easily into winter break. This is the only podcast I will be making this year, because I want to spend time with family, and I hope you do, too. If not, I at least hope you have that special someone, partner, or friend to spend that time with. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. Good night.